The Tommy DeVito story feels like something out of a Danny DeVito movie. Doesn't it kind of have that feel to it in a sense? It's so inspirational that it can actually be turned into a motion picture. Disney can make it happen with all their inspirational movies and their movies based on true stories. This quarterback has turned the Giants season around. This dude is looking good, man. He's been amazing to watch if you're a Giants fan. He's rolling right now as he is enjoying somewhat of a breakout. 150, 200 yards in 6 games with a 96 quarterback rating. Impressive stuff, especially when you consider that he's the Giants' third string undrafted rookie quarterback. He talked about how he still lives at home with his mom and he still gets her home cooked meals growing up in his childhood home. Just a beautiful story. This is Tommy DeVito's third straight win after finishing 17 of 21 for 229 total yards and a touchdown in the Giants' late win over the Green Bay Packers 24-22 on Monday night. This is his coming out party. You can pretty much say it is. And if he keeps this up, ladies and gentlemen, there are going to be people in New York who love him, right? Those New Yorkers are going to make him theirs. They will have him wrapped around their fingers, And it's looking more and more like the future looks pretty bright for this young man, And with his emerging talent at quarterback as a backup, because Daniel Jones, as we all know, is done for the remainder of the year, this Giants offense is scratching the surface with his ultimate potential, right? Jones went down with a torn ACL, and in a gruesome twist of fate, backup quarterback Tyrod Taylor sustained a rib injury just 1 week prior, making him unavailable too. So what do you do? Where do you go from there? In comes DeVito, and his unexpected rise has made him the hometown hero. He's a hometown hero in New Jersey. He's given new life to the New York Giants, and he's doing it at home. He's born and raised in New Jersey native, and then Brian Daboll, right? Brian Daboll hasn't given us a reason to think a quarterback switch is imminent, but Tommy's recent tear makes this a conversation worth having. And speaking of quarterback switches, you guys might remember Daboll was a defensive assistant for the New England Patriots from 2001 to 2001, and had a front row seat to the quarterback switch that changed history. Tom Brady became the starting quarterback. Remember, Bledsoe got benched. Daboll was part of that team. And if DeVito's hot streak continues, it will put the Giants in an interesting position. Once a guy starts producing numbers like this, that makes him a big option at quarterback. So I think you would have to consider it, right? You would have to consider moving on from Daniel Jones possibly and handing him the everyday starting position at quarterback. He has been playing some of the best football anyone has seen out of the Giants. Every quarterback has peaks and valleys throughout the season. The fact he remains special is encouraging and shows he's not only a hard worker, but an intelligent football player as well. Has a high IQ. He's smart. He's doing all the right things. He's leading his team to victory. And Daboll talked about DeVito's personality being a big factor and how well he has connected with his teammates. The players respect how he handles himself as a person and his personality. And now the perception may shift from DeVito is a savior to it's time to look towards the future. And the future, for what it is now, for what it seems, is DeVito. This team is finding a real identify in life, something I thought the New York Giants would seriously struggle to do. And they are, believe it or not, still in the playoff picture. Unbelievable. I thought nobody can win with this team. That was the narrative, right? Nobody could win with this team, especially with this offensive line. DeVito has won 3 in a row playing behind that offensive line. The Giants are, in fact, better with him. His 3-1 record is better than Jones's 1-4 record. Oh, and by the way, you have a coach who knows how to get players to buy into his plan, and he knows how to get guys to work together. And it has worked out for the Giants here of late. And I love Brian Daboll. You guys know I do. I love the toughness and commitment that's routinely on display with limited talent. The team has done enough to stay in the playoff picture. DeVito's story is by far the most remarkable. What a great story. And the crazy part is he actually looks pretty damn good.